Hey guys, so I did this winter care spread with my new deck, this season's Witch Oracle, Seasons of the Witch, sorry, Yule Oracle, and I had to share this, even though this was my personal spread, because I think it's a good message for anyone. So the first card is, what is one thing in your life that I'm not being honest about? And I got the card Merriment, which basically means, you know, how happy you are. I'll read what it says in the book though. So happiness and following your soul, right? You never know what tomorrow holds. Our ancestors were very aware of day-to-day dangers. A hunting trip could go wrong, or disease could wipe out an entire village. Perhaps that is why celebrations were such grand affairs. They were reminders to enjoy life when you could. What our ancestors didn't have are the opportunities that we have today. It's never been easier to seek higher education, start your own business, or move away to a faraway place. Imagine what our ancestors would have done if so many paths to success and joy were available to them. So this card guides you to act on the things that bring you joy. Start a business if that aligns with your soul, or switch careers. Sign up for vocal training or retire early to spend more time with your family. Merriment has come to you because your soul is yearning for more moments of happiness that you are not getting in your current position. Your soul becomes constricted and limited when you fail to honor what's in your heart. These limitations can manifest in unhappiness, lack of fulfillment, and a general lackluster feeling towards life. You can have a life that is a joy to wake up to every morning, and the way to do that is to do more of what brings you joy. The second card, which was pretty profound in getting this, was gatherings. And in reading this card, I'll tell you why. So in this spread, the question is, how can I bring awareness and healing to this area? So obviously, gathering together, but this was profound in what it said for me. The keywords are exchange, gifts, and festivity, which obviously Christmas is coming up. For our ancestors, every day became a celebration of life. We have lost the drive for survival in this way. And if you think about it, we really have. Today's social media and the hustle are our main priorities, so much so that it's easy to forget that the joy of festivity and celebration and how precious life really is. Times may be different than for our ancestors, but that doesn't mean that there aren't hard times for us too. Obviously, the past couple of years. Lean on your community for support. They are there to lift your spirits when you're down, to celebrate your wins, and to love you just because you exist. So much of this is synchronicity that this card is saying for me. It's not even funny. So I think you might have that same feeling as I read this. The card invites you. I'm so sorry about my throat lately. I just seem to have something in there. I had this sweet treat that my mom had made me, and I think it's like kind of just stuck in my throat. Anywho, the card invites you to spend time with your community, call on your friends and family, or go out and build new relationships. Receiving this card is also a strong sign that 2 is better than 1. Partnerships are favored. 2 or more people will bring a much stronger chance of success for your situation. And additionally, this card tends to come to a reading when large gatherings such as weddings and births are imminent. And I have a lot of friends that are pregnant right now. This message is even more significant if you have also pulled the Merriment card, which we did in the first one. Now, For the third card, the question is, what is the most important thing I need right now? So I had gotten ringing the bells. And the spread actually should look like this. The fourth card I got was remembering, as you can see. So that's what it's 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do the spread, oh, I dropped my book. So in ringing the bells, here we have, let me get to the page. Keywords being banishment and charging. Bells and Yule go hand in hand. They're used to create music. And if anyone knows me well, I love music. You'll often find a Santa or two swinging one bell or swinging one around, and bells are always attached to sleighs. They are genuinely joyous but can be used for more than simple musical instruments. Bells also raise energy to increase rituals and the effectiveness of spells while cleansing negative energy to drive away malicious spirits. It's essential to keep your home's energy clear all year long, but especially during the winter season when you spend more time indoors and with loved ones. Energy tends to hide in dark places and dusty corners that haven't seen a full day's sun in some time. And like your space, the soul can be full of tiny pockets of low vibrational energy that you may not realize are there. The same goes for everyday living. There could be people in your life who are full of low vibrations, but you're so used to having them in the background that you simply haven't noticed in a while. You have pulled ringing the bells because something is distressing in your life and you're being called to banish it. It could be a person or an object or even a place. What comes to mind first that is bothering you will be the cause. Perhaps you're holding on to something from a past relationship that makes you sad, or it could be it could be a friend who, despite how much you love them, brings you down a little when they're around. It may not seem like a big deal, but your energy takes a hit every time you're in the presence of low vibrational company. You're being guided to slowly and lovingly banish this person or thing from your life. If it's an object, it may be time to donate or recycle it. If it's a person, it could be simple as spending less time with this person or explaining how you feel so that they may change. And I don't agree with that last one because you know what? You know you can't change somebody, so you can only change yourself and if you're around them. So don't even explain anything to anybody. That's my best advice. As you clear this energy from your life, your vibrations will rise and call more joy to you. Really, it's just calling for you to raise your own energy, I believe. So the last card was remembering. And this card's question was, how can I be more compassionate with myself? So, the key words were reflection, inner knowing, and realignment, which is something I've been trying to do more of, which is meditation. And this card says, remembering invites you to think back to happier days and be reminded of what it was like to feel free and at ease. It's common to lose the feeling of wonder from childhood as we grow into adults. You build lives and fill your days with responsibilities, but the child that lives within you holds the key to your most authentic self. This is the part of you that leaps without fear and isn't jaded by social conditioning. Remember this inner child, for they are waiting for you to permit yourself to play. You have pulled remembering to remind you to have fun and to remember the little joys of life. Have you been too serious lately? Have you forgotten what it's like to make time to play and be silly? Life is hard, there's no denying that, but children can often see things with clear eyes because the harshness of life has not weighed them down. You are guided to connect with the part of you that remains innocent, knows how to be present in the moment, and can see things with pure optimism and joy. And this is, I think, the biggest struggle of life, to always have your childlike innocence, which hasn't been tainted or judged or criticized by others. And is free to have fun and just be very bouncy energy, bubbly comes to mind. So with that, I hope this was a good message for you too. It definitely was for me. I think it was a beautiful reading, and I just wanted to share this with you today, even though this was my own personal. I'll see you guys soon for a reading for you. I have a special reading I'm going to do, which will take you from January to December just to see how the months are going. It is actually called the New Year Ahead Spread, so we'll do that. And I'll do it for, I'm thinking maybe 3 or 5 spreads, so it's going to be a very long reading, but you can pick your number, and so kind of meditate on that and think about that, of which number will be yours to pick in the next reading. Thank you so much.